Thank you, Lorraine, for your question. Today is the first day of the end of our lockdown here in France, and I can see when I went out that this is going to be a very challenging period for visible minorities because what I saw is people feeling this overwhelm and having reactions of prejudice and racism, and I think this is something that we see often in such situations. So, your question is, how do we speak to someone who is in this state of overwhelm and who's not acting as his or her best self, possibly out of character, but that we don't always know. So we're seeing more discriminatory and prejudiced and violent communication around us. Definitely been seeing this in meetings too. And how do you engage with someone who is in this state? I think is something that is worth thinking about. And I'm going to do this by using the cards for democracy that we have here. And I'm thinking about what I can do when I'm presented with this kind of situation. And I think one of the important cards here is I ask questions to find out why and how people change the way they behave in different situations and contexts. So, really asking questions, I think, is something that opens up a space to be able to express and deal with what's going on. And the other card I have for myself is I remain capable of interacting respectfully and kindly, even in situations of stress and uncertainty, is the other card that I think is very relevant for this. So I'm going to be working on these cards for a week or two and even writing diaries on seeing what happened on different days and how I was able to work on this. Um, and then when I'm done with that, I'll go to the third one, which is I find out about people's thoughts and feelings before commenting on their actions. So I think also the way we're talking about this between us will also have an impact on the way we are managing in the situation. I was thinking maybe I could think of something that when I'm witnessing such a behavior could be useful for others. And I chose two other cards for that, which is I pay attention to how my choice of words, body language, express my beliefs, thoughts, and feelings. So, how do I choose my words? How am I expressing things, even hostility sometimes, through my actions? And this last one is I refrain from reacting with hostility when I feel dislike for others. And I know this one is a bit controversial because we're all about respect and acceptance. Human rights is not something that is going to force you to like everyone. That's not the point. The point is to accept that whether or not you like someone, you have to accept that this person has as much rights as you to be safe and comfortable enough. Thanks a lot, Lorraine, for this opportunity to reflect on what to do during this COVID era.